face it. Where Eunice comes and gives you the truth. Hey guys, welcome to Let's Face It. I am so sorry that I have not been present and as consistent as I thought I would. Work got its hang of me. A lot of things has just been happening. I didn't even want to film today. Like literally, these to be honest and to be transparent, like this couple weeks have been pretty bad. And I honestly did not want to film today or do any of those today. But I was like, I need to be very consistent. And if I've chosen this journey, I cannot decide to give up for any reason. So that is why I am here today, and we have a very important topic. And I think, honestly, remember how I said when I was starting this channel that the main goal, like this YouTube, is not only to work on helping other people, but also helping myself. And we're going to be talking about a very, very important topic. At the same time, it's very, very touchy. It's not what I really want to be discussing at this point in time in my life, but I plan my content for the whole month already, and I did say I was going to talk about post grad depression and just like normal depression in general and just like mental health, but I don't know if I didn't feel like I am in the right space to be talking about that. I still really don't feel like I'm in the right space to be talking about that. But it's really good because we have to talk about it so that we deal with it together. Because recently, the same thoughts that I want to talk about right now have been surfacing again. The same things I was dealing with have been surfacing again, and they've been trying to come again, trying to creep up everywhere. So I guess it's better to just talk about them right now and we deal with them right now and call it a done deal. Okay? Okay. All right, so today I already let it go. We're already gonna be talking about post grad depression and just like depression in general. Um, I don't know if it started before graduation. I feel like it did start for me. It did start before graduation. Like December, so like the Christmas break before my last semester of senior year of college. Now, can I just say that people that say that people in college don't go through depression, they're lying. Whoever says that, it's a very true thing. It's very real. People go through a lot of depression. A lot of a lot of students, either in high school or either in college, do go through depression. People that are doing their MBA master programs, I can't even imagine how that one is going to be. It is, and sometimes it's not only stress adds to it. The factor of their teachers, lecturers really do add to their professors really do add to the level of mental state that they're in. Now let's go back to where we first started. For me, mine really, really did kick in the December before I graduated college. So it was in like phases. So I went to California. I stayed there for 2 weeks. That was how I was spending Christmas with a couple friends, but with a couple of my parents' friends. So I was in their house, and I don't know why I wasn't even talking as much. I would just literally want to be in bed all day. Didn't want to see people. Even everybody would ask me, "Are you okay?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good." I was smiling. I was talking because I had an internship. Yeah, that December, so I'll go to work and I was happy, but I acted like I was happy. But deep down in my mind, I don't know, I just felt empty. And one of my main big things, like the main reason I was feeling that way, was because I was so scared about my last semester and also about graduating. That Christmas break was a Christmas because I wanted to be so ready for after graduation, so ready for my life. I applied for a credit card. Worst decision. Don't do it, kids. Don't get a credit card. But anyways, I applied for a credit card. Actually, it's really useful. It's useful if you know how to manage your finances and stuff. So that was when I applied for a credit card. I started planning. I supposedly already had a job plan for me after graduation. That was why I was doing that internship because I wanted to secure the bag and secure where I was at. Okay, don't even blame me. I wanted to secure that point in my life. So that was why I was doing that particular internship. But then I just started feeling this emptiness and this void. And I started feeling like I was being a liability to my parents. I started feeling like, why do they have to think about my tuition? Why do they, I was like, if they never gave birth to me, or if I was never in this world, if I never came to college, my parents wouldn't have to bother about where I'm gonna work, what my after grad life is gonna be. I just started feeling like I could never really be who I wanted to be, or my dreams are not gonna come through. I thought I would not graduate. I thought I was gonna fail all my classes, managing work and school. I just thought the wrong things, everything wrong. It just all started from the December before I graduated. Now, moving to my last semester. The semester started, of course, I was trying to be okay. I was trying to be very stable. Of course, then COVID started, right? With COVID, I was doing a lot more classes online, and that made things really difficult for me in the sense that I was happy that I could control my academics in my own time, but at the same time, I felt like I was not getting enough help from teachers as I needed, but still, it was more of myself. I was just not comfortable with myself. I was just scared. I was going through a lot of anxiety and I just felt so down. I was around friends. My best friend was there for me. Most of my friends were there for me. But it's like depression is not really something you can explain when you're going through it, because even though people are there, you still feel kind of alone and you feel so much burden on yourself. Another big part is that when everybody was going home for COVID, I couldn't go because my parents were not here. Everybody else had homes to go to. I didn't have any of that. Plus, again, I had a teacher that really didn't want me to pass a class. Literally told me that I would never become anything. That, like, I'm not the smartest person, but when I work hard, when I put my mind to something, I work hard and I work hard for it. And this teacher just really proposed, and he gave me the hardest semester of my life. And I personally, to today, I really think he's racist. But of course, I'm trying to forgive him. That also contributed a huge part into what I was feeling that whole semester. Another thing that happened was the whole COVID thing. Definitely did destroy my hopes and plans of moving to California after graduation. Those that know me know I am not in California right now. I am in Florida. Okay? So I did not go to California and pursue the dream that I thought would be my dream job. And at that moment, one thing that really contributed into having such a bad mental health was because I wasn't really trusting in God so much. I was relying on myself, on my dreams, on the expectations that my parents had for me, that I had for myself. I put myself on such a pedestal, and I did put myself at such a high point that I became an embarrassment to myself. The day of graduation, I wasn't even happy about it. I cried so much that day of graduation. My best friend's parents were so nice. I actually spent half of the day of graduation with them. When I got back to my dorm room, everybody was leaving. I couldn't leave because I had to stay back and work because I didn't know not for the first time, actually for the first time in my life, Eunice has used all the plans. Plan A, plan B, plan C. I was in freaking plan Z. And there was nothing else. I didn't know what to do. All my jobs fell through. Grad school was not an option because I didn't have the money for it. And I went back to my dorm room and I just cried because I really couldn't even tell somebody else everything and exactly all of it that I was going through, because I didn't want anybody to see me as a burden. I didn't want anybody to see me as a liability. And I just expected so much of myself. Of course, I was broke, didn't have any money whatsoever, so I had to stay back and I had to work a little bit. Basically, and then also months after, not like I graduated in May, months after graduation, so June, July, even my birthday. So people that know me know that I always love celebrating other people's birthdays, and even my birthday. I do put in a lot of work. My birthday is June 20th, if anybody's asking. But I do put in a lot of work to my birthday just because I'm like, God, like, help me to see another life. I like to do photo shoots before my birthday. Every birthday that I have done so far. This one for 2020 was literally like the worst, and it was such a big deal to me before my birthday came because I was like, oh, it was June 20th, 2020, and I was turning 20. So I was like, this is gonna be a great birthday. But with my mental health at that time, the post grad depression that I was facing, my anxiety, and just my whole being alone, I did spend my birthday with a friend, which I'm really thankful for. But I didn't post anything. I was not really happy the way I usually am my birthdays before, just because I felt like I shouldn't be celebrated. I felt like my birthday should not be celebrated because that was when the whole Black Lives Matter thing was happening. I thought we need to give, like, people are suffering. I shouldn't be celebrating. Which, I mean, of course, we're supposed to activate for the Black Lives Matter and be for, we're the ones that's supposed to get the word out there and fight for our people, but it doesn't mean that we should take away our accomplishments, our achievements. When I graduated college, I didn't see any point celebrating my achievement. I didn't see any point celebrating what I had done because it didn't feel like anything. Because maybe it didn't feel like I was getting to live the dream I wanted to live after I graduated. It didn't feel like I graduated with all the degrees that I wanted. It felt like there was just something missing. And I really couldn't find it. And just months after graduation, I kept feeling like a failure. I didn't want to talk to my friends. I would just text them. I really didn't want to call a lot of people because I didn't want people asking me, oh, what's the next step? Or what are you doing now? Or where are you living now? Because I felt like such an embarrassment. And I think it's the perfect time to talk about this because earlier this week, that was still exactly how I was feeling. I don't know why. Like I would go to work and it would just come like that to me. And I think I'm saying this to say, if you're watching this and you're going through, it doesn't even have to be, I don't know what stage of your life you're in. It doesn't have to be post grad depression or whatever depression that you're going through. Whatever you are going through right now, can I just tell you that, honey, you have come a long way. You have done so much that a lot of people could not do or even try to do. You have accomplished so much, and I am proud of you. Your parents are proud of you. Your friends are proud of you. Celebrate the little moments, celebrate the little achievements that you've done. You might not be where you are now, or even anywhere close to where you are now, but God has prepared you for this moment because He wanted you to be stronger. And He knew that you'll be strong enough to face this moment. I'm saying this right now, I'm talking to you guys, but it's also something I had to remind myself of early this morning. Because let me tell you, 2020 was really not the year for me or anyone. It's funny how we all came into 2020. I came into 2020 with so much hopes, so much I already planned a whole life out. And am I living anywhere close to what I thought I would be in? No. But I have to remind myself that I've accomplished something. I've gone a little farther. I've done some things, when you appreciate God for his finger, he will show you his hands. It's a popular quote. I can't even remember where I got it from, but I know I've heard it a lot of times. You just have to appreciate where you are now into where you're going and stop. Another big thing for me was one thing that did contribute into me having such a bad mental health was that I did really compare myself to a lot of people. I compared, even at work right now. I found myself comparing myself a couple weeks ago to a couple ladies at my work, but I had to, because they had so much accomplishments. They were riding cars that I wanted to ride. They were living in their own houses. And I just had to remind myself, I was like, Eunice, these people are freaking 36 and you're only 20. Like at your age, they're probably going through the same things or even worse. Everybody has a different journey in life. It's not about the destination, it's about a journey. So get yourself out of, you're on your own path. Honey, go with your own path. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let the voices of the world, just go with your own path. And I just wanted to encourage you guys out there that if you're going through any of these depression and any anxiety, mental anxiety, or anything like that, like please talk to someone. I know it's very hard, and I know during depression, you don't want to talk to anybody about it, but it's, trust me, it's way better. And one of the things that's really helped me was actually having a journal. I have a journal. I can't remember. I know I bought it somewhere. Oh, it's over there. My journal is. I wanted to bring it here, but it's okay. My journal is one of the ways that I've kept myself sane a lot of times. I literally just dump, and I named my journal after God. I just said, "Dear God," and sometimes because the words that we want to say are too emotional, or we can't even believe we're saying those things, so I just write them. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not consistent with it every day. I kind of do it based on how I feel, or how I feel at that moment, or if I really want to say something, but I, not that I don't have anyone else to talk to, I don't feel like talking to anybody, or I'm not as comfortable to get in that space yet to talk to somebody. I just literally do that by writing in my journal. Another thing that's really helped me was a mental health app that I got, and I think it's very necessary for a lot of people to do that. Mine is called Wiser, and they kind of like guide you. I don't know if you guys can see. It's the Wiser app. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Wiser, and the Wiser app really does help. It helps you to go through a lot, like you talk through your anxiety, your just health and wellness, and it really does help you. You can pay for those. I don't pay. I use the free version because we're trying to save some coins. But Wiser is basically really helped me. It says here that they've helped 2 million people. Look at me just giving these people free ads. They're not even paying me. But okay, these are just the things that I have used from time to time. Of course, having your Bible is the most important thing, and just reading through God's word and be involved in a lot of devotions. Like do a lot of Bible plans. I think that's one thing that's really helped me. Because right now we have technology, so it's just like you have access to God whenever you want. You pray to Him, you read His Word, you access your devotions and stuff. But I've also been using apps about mental health, about therapy, a lot. Not only Wiser, but I do use other apps. So I do think that a lot of us really, because especially not only in the, like, a lot of people. I don't know if you grew up in an African home, or just like the black community in general, a lot of people don't feel comfortable to talk about depression, about therapy, about their mental health. And honey, if your mental health is wrong, everything else in your life is wrong. So, or will be wrong. So you have to pick it up from somewhere. And I'm really happy that technology is here at this moment to help us, especially for those of us that cannot afford a therapist yet, but we're gonna get there. This is as brought us to the conclusion of Let's Face It. I'm so happy that you guys have stayed along so far and listened to me, and I hope that you guys learn from it. And you can comment down below things that have helped you to have a very good and better mental health space, and how you've helped yourself through depression and all those type of stuff. Also, please subscribe, comment, like this video if you do like it, and now that you're here, you might as well watch another video. So subscribe and watch another video. Just, you're literally right there. Okay? Alright, I hope you guys have a nice day. And don't forget that I'm here for you. And I love you, but God loves you more. Mwah.